Today we're going to talk about thermal printers a little bit. There's two pieces of equipment I think is very valuable productivity-wise, quality-wise, and stuff in the selling postcards. That's a scanner. And I did some other videos on that and I've talked about those before, but today we're going to talk about a little bit about thermal printers and show you the one I purchased as my backup. I got it pretty cheap. Everybody heard about thermal printers. They go on 6x4 labels, they're a little water resistant, there's no ink and stuff like that. It cuts the cost and they're easy to do. Years ago I used to have the two 8x11 page with two stickers on it, and it'd print out and I'd peel it off and put it on the box, or a lot of people print it on paper and cut it out and tape it on a box. Well, with thermal printers it's print, peel, and stick. That's it with eBay standard envelope. So you really want to look at this technology to save you time on packing and shipping. Plus, if it gets a little wet, it's not going to smear. Where with the inkjet, if you print it out and a little wet, it's going to smear a little bit. So there's some advantages to it. They're getting pretty, the prices are coming down on some of them. You can catch them on sale. But a lot of people talk about the Rollo, the Zebra and stuff. The Rollo one, I do have a Rollo. I got it years ago. My family bought it for me for Christmas. I got the whole works. It's the wired one. They didn't have the wireless back then, version of it. But I just went out before this video and I said, I wonder what the Rollos are going for. The one I have, the wired one that you have to plug in and run the cables to your computer, is running about $200 on Amazon. They have a new version out which is wireless, which is really nice. You can put it anywhere without the wires if you don't have the desk space or whatever to put it on. $280. That's a big investment for people selling $4 to $8 postcards, especially when you want to get a scanner, which are costing the $200 to $400 and stuff. So there's $600 right there on two pieces of equipment. Does save you a lot of time, but it takes a little while to build up. But there's some other ways to get a thermal printer, and I did that back in November of 2023. I always watch these things, and if they go on sale pretty cheap, I'll pick one up. I got this one. Here's the picture right here. This is called IDPRT, ID print. This is a SP410 series thermal printer, brand new in the box, has some specifications. And when I was looking at this, it said SP410 is USB and the SP410BT is USB Bluetooth. I looked at that on the front, I said, oh no, I hope I didn't get the one without Bluetooth. But then I looked right here, it's the BT version. So I haven't opened this yet. It's been sitting on my shelf. It's just a backup for me. And I figure I'd go through and get it hooked up, open the box, let's see what's in it, and see how it works. Right now, on Amazon, the list price for these is $130, $129.99. They have them on sale for $89.99 for $90. I bought mine during November, like the holiday season. They had them on sale for $89, but then they had a coupon type thing for $40. I got this thermal printer, brand new in the box, Bluetooth, wireless type thing, for $53.28. So you want to put those on your watch list and just watch them, especially during the holidays, and see what you get. I know some other people have bought some of these too, but $53 for a thermal printer, where the higher brands like Rollo are $200. $150 savings. It can be done. So I'm going to walk through some. I've never used one of these. I never connected one of these. I never connected a Bluetooth thermal printer to my computer. We're going to see if it actually works. Reading the reviews on Amazon for these, most of them were really okay reviews. There was nothing really bad. There was a couple with dead on arrivals. The system was not working when they got it. That can happen with electronics. When they get shuffled around after they did the test, the factory puts them in a box and then they go to warehouses, especially during the extreme temperatures. The solder joints and stuff like that can expand in different ways and things can happen. So there were some dead or arrivals, but it also said you can use this on Windows or Mac or your phone with the Bluetooth, but the Mac users are limited to what they can do, and the Mac, there were some poor Mac Apple products reviews for this. So you want to check that out if you're going to connect this to a Mac Apple thing to make sure your expectations are correct. I didn't look into it because I'll be connecting it to a Windows 11 box. So I grabbed some pictures off the Amazon ad. It can print by Bluetooth or USB. And this version, which is the BT version, Boy Tom on the end of the number, is the Bluetooth version. So I'm going to be able to connect this because I really don't have a space to put another printer. But it can do Bluetooth. It'll work on Windows 7 and above with Bluetooth or USB. But then you look at the Mac here. It doesn't have Bluetooth, just USB. And I think it's Type-C only for Mac. So with the USB port on a Mac, everybody knows the USB-C, the little oval, is what you need, but it doesn't have Bluetooth for the Mac. It does not support it. It has the phone, has Bluetooth on there, stuff. It can, all these different sites they said, Etsy, Amazon, Shopify, eBay, all of these it works with. And it'll print on a 6x4 label. Here's the Mac's printing. You can do different things. You can even do little label things. If you get colored labels, it'll print on them, but this isn't a color, it's black and white. This thermal printer is just black and white. But it'll do the 6x4, 4x6 they call it, and Mac's printing room is 4 2/5 inches. So it's basically suitable for what eBay gives us for 6x4. The biggest thing about thermal printers, they're fast, easy to use, there's no ink to buy, no toner to buy. The DPI is 203, so it's pretty sharp to look at, and you're cutting cost. The labels are not that expensive compared to the ink and stuff like that, so you're not worried about it. And I like it too because they're a little bit of water resistance. Not waterproof, they'll still get wet, but they don't smear because the thermal printer isn't ink, it's just the paper. It can print 6 labels per second. Super fast. So if you're one of those bigger businesses, it can really run quick. Save your time in line at the post office. It can do 72 prints in a minute, and if you do smaller ones or whatever. So if you're doing whatnot and stuff like that, it looks like this thing can print out all that stuff. This is what they claim. I haven't put it together yet, and I doubt if I'll print out 100 labels at once. But then they also have Bluetooth. So if a lot of people use their phone or tablets, you can use Bluetooth with this. I'm gonna see if I can get that working. So they provide you a lot more ways to connect smartphones, Windows, Mac, Linux. Doubt if a lot of people are using Linux and stuff, but with the Mac users and that. So that's what comes about this little thermal printer. It'll do everything we need to do for eBay, is what I'm talking about. Comes in a nice box, nice solid. It's got specs on the side and different things like we just went through. But that's the overview of where I got it. I paid $58 for it, not $200. Let's see how this works. I'm gonna go ahead and open the box. I haven't opened the box. I kind of peeked in because it's not taped shut. It is in there, but I'm gonna go through the box with you and kind of see what we got, and then I'm gonna connect it and run some labels through it and just see how it works, and then I'll use it over time and I'll report back on how it works. Well, let's see what we got in the box here. Go ahead and open it up. First we got some instructions, got a little disc with some drivers to do things. Let's see how we can get this out. Oh, we got a little book here. Oh, these are labels. They give you a little bit of labels to start out. Won't do much, but a little pack of labels. Let's see what we got here. Got the power cord. Just your standard little cord here. Packed pretty good. What's this here? Oh, it even gives you a USB B connector, like boy, and then it gives you one of these. So this goes back in the back of this guy right there, and this plugs into your computer, which is an A, USB A, and that's a B. So you want to make sure you got run. So if you need a longer cable, then you make sure you got B to A. It's got its own little waterproof bag. I'm going to tape this up. Pretty solid. With all new electronic, everybody likes to peel. Let's go ahead and do that. peel the plastic off. So satisfying. But this is basically what it is. It feels okay. Let's see what we got inside here. Oh, it opens up this way. That's how it opens up. And it has a test label in there. So they did test it. It talks about different things. The model has little slides to use your thing. This is not bad looking. That's all there was in there. It closes like that. On the back, you got your USB-B, your power, and this is your on. And that's pretty solid also. It's not cheaply made. That's really all there is to it. So that's what's in the box. You got the printer, USB, power, a little pack of starter labels, test print, some manuals and stuff like that. So let me go ahead and see if I can get this thing connected, and we'll run some labels through it. So I connected everything. The first step it wants you to do is plug it in. I had to go get a extension cord because it's not going to be the permanent place for it. Then the power, you turn the power on, little yellow light. You load your labels in here. I always push down on the top a little bit. But when you load your labels, there's some guides. You want to make sure it's not really hard. You want to make sure they go flow in there. You put your labels in, you shut the door, and then you press down, and it'll know when the label stops. So that worked out pretty well. But it also, when you first turn this on and stuff, it wants and load the driver. It has a little card in there. I'll show you and walk through that a little bit. But they want you to plug it into the computer first with a USB port to connect it, and then once you get that done, you can test it with the USB, as I'm going to do here in just a second. And that's the USB print. It just printed a label using the USB cord. And this is the label right here that it printed. I covered up the address. I just reprinted a label, but everything is right, centered, and all that. These are some cheap labels, but everything looks good. And if you want a spare label, you just press that, and it'll pull it right out. Now, one of the things I was talking about, real estate, when you have a printer like this, the Zebras and the Dymo have a roll of labels you can put in, so the real estate that it takes up on the desk is very small. But when you have fan fold coming in the back like that, you need to have room on your desk to put these out so it'll pull through on there. So when you buy your thermal printers, you want to make sure, are you going to have a lot of room or you're not, and that will help you decide on what one to buy on there. Now let's see if I can get this Bluetooth working. So I finally got the Bluetooth working on this thing, but if you notice, I just clicked and walked over here. It takes a little while for Bluetooth to come out. So when you see it flashing like that, I'll do it again. Now I just clicked that on my computer over there, and it flashes when it's on Bluetooth. I'm used to the Rollo where it comes out automatically because it's wired, but with Bluetooth it's going to flash. And then this is a Windows test print for the printer. I'll discuss a little bit about what it took to get this thing connected Bluetooth on my computer over there. Little drawn out thing. Don't know if I caused it or just the way I put it together, but it was a little bit of a struggle. Working now, Bluetooth, everything's working. And I'm going to set this somewhere where I can put some labels and stuff and use it and see how it goes. Now that was some time that wasted in my life trying to get the Bluetooth working. The connection from the USB cable to the thing where it's actually wired worked right away. But with the Bluetooth, I had to go out to the IDPRT website, so make sure you go out there. They give you this little note here with the address and stuff, little thing, and I'll put it on the screen here so you can see it. But it basically tells you to connect the computer, connect the power, the cables. You got to connect it first for it to talk to it, to get it connected for the driver and stuff. Then you load the thermal labels, make sure you got the guides right, not too tight, not too loose, so the labels will come out centered. And then you got to download the driver. There's a video on their website. Also in the Amazon, when you buy it, there's a video as well. There's drivers and video on their website for the model that you get. So make sure you look at those and step by step. I have a feeling, I thought at first I was having a problem because my computer is very new. I just built it. So I figured it might be out of spec or a little bit too much, but really that's usually, they're backwards compatible mostly. So I didn't really go down that route. What I did is I restarted my computer, removed everything and reloaded per the video a couple times, and it just wasn't taking. But then I finally got it to go. Didn't do anything special, just removed and reloaded. And I noticed after I put everything together and I printed out some test pages, I restarted everything. Made sure I had all the updates and stuff like that, and everything took. And I was able to print as you see. But there was a little COM port. You gotta check the port. It walks you through that video on how to set up the Bluetooth. You got to set the port right. Mine was COM3, so I had to go into a couple screens on Windows 11. So there's nothing scary. It'll walk you right through it. You just got to follow through and pause it, do your thing, pause it. And I think that's what got me to where I need to go. It wasn't hard. I think I got maybe a little bit too quick because I was sitting over here and I didn't really see the printer, and I'm used to it printing right away. So when I clicked Bluetooth to print a test page, it wasn't going, and really it was. As you saw, the light was flashing, but there was a big pause. I think that's what was causing my problem. It was actually working. Another thing I noticed, it says driver unavailable in Windows 11. Even though I downloaded the driver and everything like that, it always comes up, it says driver unavailable. So I'm not for sure what that is, but it still works even though it says that. So I would say overall I got a good backup thing. If I was buying a new one, say my Rollo died, I wouldn't have a problem doing this because I can do it on Bluetooth or I can do it on wire. Now let's talk about the phone. I got an iPhone and it says it works on iPhone. The IDPRT printer I have, thermal printer set, it works on iPhone. So I just go in and turn on Bluetooth, try to find it. I found it. I saw it. I clicked on it and it said this. Doesn't work with it. I'm saying, oh, what it says it works with it. Well, if you don't read the instructions or the description, like we always say customers don't do on eBay, you make wrong assumptions. You have to go out and it works with an app called Here Label. It's right here. I'll show it on the screen. I downloaded it to my phone. That's what makes the Bluetooth work with the app and everything like that and stuff on there. So I'm not going to get into the phone stuff because I don't use the phone that often. I'll leave that up to everybody that does their phones. The print labels and stuff from eBay. It's not going to work from the basic Bluetooth on iPhone. You need the Here Label app to do that. It didn't charge me for the app or anything like that. And there's some other things you can do with it and stuff like that. But it'll connect on Bluetooth. That's all I got. I hope this helps somebody. Maybe watch this year. Goes down in price. Right now they're like $89 at the time of recording this video. Regularly over $100. I've seen these on sale a lot, but I never saw them before at like $58 in November. So if you're holding out, get those Amazon gift cards for the holidays. See if you get these. Will it do like a whatnot when you print out 100 labels? Someone have one of these and it works with that. Leave it in the comments. I doubt if I'll ever print out 100 labels at once because I don't do the whatnot and the big things like that. But I think for everyday use of a postcard seller, this is a good alternative. The Rollos are the Cadillac. I like it. Mine's worked forever. I've never had an issue with it. I clean it every so often when I remember. And I know a lot of people have them, but for $200 to $50 and it does the same thing, the technology in a thermal printer is not new technology. It's the same guts in each one. It's just how they're made and support. You get what you pay for. But for $58, if I gotta buy 2 of those, or 3, it's still less than a Rollo. So I think there's something here with that. But thanks for watching. I'll do some more reviews this year as I get stuff, and maybe it'll help someone out. Bye.